Hey there, Rich Van Tassel here. Today is Saturday, January 30th. I usually don't do things on the weekend, but we just saw this. I may have come across the wire a bit earlier, but I just noticed that Johnny Manziel has had another incident now involving his girlfriend. This was down in Fort Worth. For those of you who don't know where Fort Worth is, it's a twin city with Dallas. It's probably about the same distance Newark is from New York City, and maybe a little farther than that, but it's right in that Dallas-Fort Worth area. They call it the DFW down there. Manziel was not arrested, so we do want to specify that. But certainly another incident. He had that situation earlier this season. It was back in 2015, the fall of 2015, where he and his girlfriend were seen getting in an argument in their car, and then the police came. She made accusations of domestic violence. He was not arrested in that one either. As far as what this means, I've tried as hard as I could, or as hard as I can, to give Johnny Manziel every benefit of the doubt. We know that I've stated before, I thought a lot of this has to do with the way ESPN made him into this, the monster they created, so to speak. And when I use monster, I'm using the term monster they created as far as just the expression it's used by. I don't think this guy is a monster as in just such a terrible person. I certainly think he has his personal problems, but I don't think he's a monster in that sense. I'm just using it as the expression. But I've been very critical of the way ESPN, made this guy into something, and then they get upset when he, feeds into the media and all that hype and everything that surrounds him and everything. Certainly his alcoholism has been, and I should just say his alcohol use, because I am not a doctor. I can't state for any certainty that he is an alcoholic or is not, but his alcohol use has been a problem. He's checked himself into rehab. Don't know if alcohol was involved in this one. Checking right now to see if there was really anything. We're not seeing that. Oh, no, it is right here, and I'm getting this story off of ESPN. That Manziel himself admitted to the police officers that he had been drinking. So it's coming from Johnny Manziel's mouth that he said he'd been drinking. So certainly that's got to be an issue. There was some news, I guess it was during the championship weekend. It may have been a divisional round. He was watching the playoff games at a bar. Certainly if this alcohol situation is going to continue to be a problem for him, then a lot of NFL teams are going to be scared away. I expect his days in Cleveland are numbered. It's going to be very difficult for him to get another landing or another job. I mean, even just a backup job at this point if he keeps going the way he's going. So you got to wonder about Johnny Manziel. Like I said, I've tried to give him any benefit of the doubt, but he is just not getting it together. He's still a young guy, and I've stated before, I've never been perfect in the past. It took me a while to get my act together, but I also was never getting in this much trouble either. I'm not saying that to put myself on some sort of pedestal. I'm just saying I'd never, I've gotten in trouble, I've had my issues, but it wasn't as constant as it is with Johnny Manziel, so to speak. So he's got to figure something out, or otherwise his career is going to be gone, if it's not gone already. Certainly, we talked about Hugh Jackson didn't want much to do with Johnny Manziel. Then there were some reports that the owner, Jimmy Haslam, said that it could be correctable, that situation, but at this point you really have to question if the Browns want anything to do with them. So it is a Saturday. We usually don't do that, but we're giving you that report right now, another flash news alert. So we wish Johnny Manziel the best, and hopefully he can figure it out, but certainly things are not looking good for him, and we'll see where he can move on from here. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks, and we will see you later on next week. Thank you.